us to discuss his success with the team and a touch on his Jordan Clarkson joins us to discuss his success with the team and a touch on his Filipino roots as he shares his hopes to play for Gilas Pilipinas once again in this latest edition of Inside the Game. Jordan, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm sure you guys weren't surprised that you're doing so well, but what has been the secret to you guys getting into such a groove this early on?
Just getting better each and every night. We didn't really look and say we wanted to go for first this year. We just were trying to get better and win games each and every day. I think that's what's been our kind of motto this year, just continuing to keep getting better and stay focused on us, fix our mistakes, and concentrate on what our goals are and what we want to do as a team, and everything else will fall in place.
Well, second year with the Jazz, you only spent half a year last time around. How big was it that you actually had an off season this time to really absorb everything that was being taught to you on the fly when you first joined in?
The biggest thing for me that helped me get connected with the guys, the team, was in the bubble. You know, we didn't have family members. We didn't have anybody there but each other. So it definitely, our group grew tighter, and we got to know each other more. I got to know the coaching staff more, the owners, everybody. And, you know, now we feel like, you know, one big group. It's a real family vibe given out over there. And, you know, we continue to pull it all together now in this season.
I know you guys developed that bond in the bubble. Who's the guy that you find yourself gravitating to the most?
Me and Mike Conley are real close. Joe Ingles, even though Australia and the Philippines had a little beef, it's all good though. Now me and Joe are really cool. And you know, George Niang is cool as well. Those are, and then Donovan and, you know, Royce. Those are my guys as well. But those are all my close teammates.
Jordan, just so you know, I was there when that beef happened, and you just gave me traumatic flashbacks. So right now, I was literally meters away from everything happening. So it's great to see that you are rebuilding international relations with Joe Ingles. So speaking of Joe Ingles, you called him slow literally two or three times in an interview just a few minutes ago, and I had an ear in that. So just want to put that out. We know that you are a professional scorer. Every time you get the ball, you think about scoring. But then the Utah Jazz are known as a team to lock down defensively. How have you, I guess, crafted your game, molded your game to be able to fit in with this group and keep that strong defensive identity and still be able to shoot the lights out on the other end?
We just say defense is what we hold our hat on for real, because if we didn't get stops, we wouldn't be able to play fast and shoot threes early in the clock and get to the rim. So it all starts with the stops, and we know we're going to score offensively when we get in our groove, and, you know, we're playing free and a lot of shots are falling. So we just try to hold our hat in on the defensive side, and that's our mentality the whole year. And, you know, for me, it changed. Just I always got to think defense first, and then, you know, scoring comes second, even though it comes naturally.
Now, Jordan, let's move on, though, and talk about your ties to the Philippines, because no Philippine hoop fan will forgive me if I don't ask you about it. I want to ask you about that moment first with Gabe Norwood before you got drafted. If I'm not mistaken, he sent you shoes, Philippine edition shoes, right before you even worked out for teams in the draft process. Can you talk a bit about your relationship and him reaching out even before you got in the NBA?
Chris Ross as well was a part of that. And, you know, him and Gabe, you know, I was talking to them for a while. Since I talked to Chris since I was in high school, and then I talked to Gabe, you know, while I was starting through college and stuff. So that's where the relationship began to build. And he told me that these Kobe's were coming out, and it was a Philippine edition. It was from the store Titan. And he was like, man, you got to get these. You got to wear them through the draft process. And I did. You know, I ran those to the ground until they had holes in them. And, you know, just trying to represent and show love. And, you know, it was my favorite shoe, too, the Kobe's, to hoop in. And it was just great. having that connection.
When you finally got to be teammates with Gabe, was that a full circle moment for you? And how did that relationship grow from that point on? And how did your love for Philippine basketball as well increase once you got there to Indonesia?
Gabe really was close to me because, sometimes he was speaking Tagalog and some of the pregame stuff, and I wouldn't know what's going on. So he was helping me kind of, get situated in that part, and then, introducing me to the guys, making me feel comfortable. It's always good knowing somebody, when you're in a group of new people. And once I got to know everybody else, it just felt like love. And we did a great job. I thought we could have won that whole thing, but we'll get another shot at China and everybody else again.
But then, should the moment come on, and you are able to represent the Philippines, will it be a decision for you that's really a no-brainer if everything does align schedule-wise for you?
Oh yeah, that's definitely something I want to do. So hopefully everything lines up, and I'm free during that time and that moment, and I'm able to go put that Gilas jersey back on and go win us something.
Do you feel that love from the Philippine fans whenever you check social media? Because they are all over all your highlights and everything that you do in general.
Yes, sir. No, I feel it all the time. I always see the flag, Puso, everything. Just love and support every time I check my phone. It's amazing. I think one year we had a bunch of all-star votes for me. So hopefully next year I'll put on another great campaign, and you guys vote me into the all-star game if I'm playing that high at that level.
My last request is that for the Philippine hoop fans out there who have been following you, your message to them, especially for those who started out really following your journey before you even got to LA, when you were part of that whole draft process?
That everything's a process. I still taking steps towards greatness and becoming the best basketball person I could be. So it's all been a process, and I appreciate everybody sticking with me and showing love and support. Reason why I keep coming out here doing it and representing the country. I hear you guys, and you guys are always on my mind and push me to do great things. So I appreciate everybody, and please continue to support, and I'm gonna keep showing the love and keep you all in my heart.